times in war zones, but we really wasn't in danger a lot of times. We're out doing repair work and stuff. This guy was in Vietnam, and when you're away for 6 months or a year, you don't have any place to spend your money, you save up a bunch of money. So normally when you get back, first thing you do, especially guys, they're going to go buy a new car. They're going to buy the nicest car, they're going to buy the fastest car, they're going to buy a motorcycle, something that's fast, something that they can get on and buy and kill themselves, basically. And this young man, he saved all his money in Vietnam, and, he was one of the lucky ones. He survived. And he got back from Vietnam with all his money in his pocket. So the first thing he does is that he wanted to go find him a fast car. And I would have probably did the same. I'd have found me a fast car like that. I mean, I'm like, man, God, you moved me right up to Daytona. And I had 30 minutes from the house. I mean, man, you are an awesome guy. So this young man, he went out and found the fastest car he could find. And during that time, in late 60s, early 70s, he found him a Jaguar. And this Jaguar, I mean, zero to 200. I mean, it would run. So he gets out, he gets this new car, and the first thing he wants to do is find him a highway where he can open it up, see exactly what it can do. And we, you know how guys are. He looked, and then eventually he found him an area. He scoped out, he rode around to make sure, kids weren't playing, and, people weren't going to be running out in the street at different times. The dogs wouldn't be chasing cats across the street. He found him a good area where he can go out and air his car out. And one evening he decided he found this area, and he gets out, he gets on his car, he gets down the road, and he gets it to 120. He's like, whoa, this car's got some power. And he gasses on up some more. He gets to about 140. And man, it's getting in there. He's like, whoa, this thing still got some room. He gets up to about 163 miles per hour. About that time, he whizzes by. He catches something outside of his eyes. Like, whoa, I just saw something. I hope it wasn't what I think I saw. And, so you know what? Let me slow this thing down. So he slows it down a little bit, and what he thought he saw, that's what it was. It was the police. So here comes the lights, the blue lights on him. Police officer pulls him over. He said, son, do you realize how fast you were going? He said, well, yeah, officer, I just got back from Vietnam, I'm a military vet, I'm just getting back stateside, so I'm just trying to unwind. Just got this new car that really, I just want to see how fast it would go. And the officer said, oh yeah. He said, well, what? This looks like a Jag. I said, yeah, it's a Jag. The officer, he liked nice cars, fast cars too. So the guy started talking. Yeah. He said, you want to look under the hood? So the officer's like, well, yeah. I said, what you got under the hood? He said, because man, this thing would run. He said, you about broke my radar. You were going so fast, 163 miles per hour. He said, yeah, I had more room to go. He said, yeah, well, let's look under that hood. So, they looked under the hood, and they started talking, and they started telling them, what kind of engine it was, how many horsepower, 500-600 horsepower under there. He's telling the officers, like, he was really impressed with how nice, how powerful, how strong, how fast this car was. And they talked about, a bunch of other things, and to make a long story short, by the end of the day, the officer, after they finished, sharing war stories, speed stories, how fast you can drive, the officer said, all right now, he said, that's a nice car, but he said, I want you to remember, you done tried it out. He said, next time I catch you speeding like that, I'm going to give you a ticket. You go on home and be careful. And the officer let him go. Basically gave him a warning. And, to me, that's an example of God's grace to us. We've already went out and done some crazy stuff, and a lot of it was for a lack of knowledge. A lot of it was just plain stupidity. We like doing stuff the hard way. Most of us.
Yes, Lord.
My mom was like, well, you always learn stuff the hard way. Your head is hard as bricks. I'm like, I was like Curious George. I just had to know. That's with most things. Some things, I took other people's word. Folk jumping out of windows and bungee jumping stuff like that. I take their word. You know, you will get hurt if you jump off of 10 stories onto a mattress. Playing Spider-Man and Superman. And my brother, I learned that from my brother. We were playing Spider-Man one morning, and we got a bunch of trees in the back of our house. And he got on the biggest tree back there, and he was being Spider-Man, jumping from tree to limb. He was a combination of Spider-Man and Tarzan, y'all probably know. And man, he messed around and missed one of them limbs. And when he hit that ground, you heard a thump. And I saw him bounce. And of course, I'm in the other tree. Like, you know what? I'm not going to try that. And he's down there, gasping for air. Trying to call my mama. And I'm in the other tree, and I'm just crying, laughing. I'm like, oh my God, isn't he stupid? Isn't he stupid? But I've done some crazy stuff too. I used to ride, dirt bikes all the time, and I can remember being in the woods racing, and I went around a curve a little bit too close, leaned the bike too close, and forgot about this tree on the end of this curve, and got wrapped around this tree, and knocked all the air out of me, but just being stupid. But God's grace, even through all the foolish things we do sometimes, and all the crazy places we've been and situations we found ourselves in, God has such love, such a compassion for us that He restored us back. We think about the Garden of Eden, even when Adam and Eve, they ate off the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and they died. Humanity died that day, and we lost that spiritual connection that we used to have with God. We were still alive in the flesh, but we started dying spiritually. And that one spiritual connection we had with, with God, we no longer have that the way we used to have it. But God, in His infinite wisdom and His love and His mercy for us, He sent Jesus. He said, let me send Jesus to right this thing. Because, I love my children, and I want them back. Because we're a part of Him. We're an extension of Him. He created us in His image. In His likeness. He created